Okay, so with the legal framework hopefully in place, let's talk about the people who will actually make the business run day to day. Staffing. As the owner manager, especially at the start, how do you approach hiring? You might be doing almost everything yourself initially.
The guide strongly advises starting with a really objective self-assessment. You, as the potential owner manager, need to honestly ask yourself, am I truly able and willing to handle all the core management functions, marketing, production, finance, and administration, without completely sacrificing my personal life or other essential roles I have as a spouse, parent, or community member? It encourages reviewing those personal entrepreneurial competencies we talked about earlier. If you can genuinely be a jack of all trades, balance everything effectively, and enjoy it, then maybe you can go it alone initially. But for most people, realistically, you'll likely need help sooner rather than later.
So, assuming you do need help, how do you go from just a long list of tasks that need doing to figuring out actual job roles and deciding how many people you actually need?
The first step is to break down all the business activities into those four main functional areas: marketing, production, finance, and administration. Under marketing, you'd list tasks like sales calls, delivery, handling promotions, maybe after-service support. Production would include manufacturing steps, machine operation, quality control checks, inventory management. Finance covers bookkeeping, payroll, managing payables and receivables, handling petty cash. And administration includes general office duties, ensuring legal compliance, maybe some basic human resources tasks. Once you have this comprehensive list, you exclude the tasks you realistically plan to handle yourself. The remaining tasks are then grouped together logically and translated into job designations or position titles.
Does one person do just one job?
Not necessarily in a small business. One person might easily wear multiple hats. For example, your bookkeeper might also handle administrative assistant duties. The key, the guide emphasizes, is determining the sufficient number of people needed so that no one is consistently overworked, ensuring efficiency without incurring unnecessary salary costs.
And speaking of salaries, worker compensation is always a huge topic. How do you figure out what to pay people in a small business context? Do you just stick to the minimum wage?
Well, you absolutely must adhere to the prevailing minimum wage laws in your region. That's the baseline. However, if your business happens to be registered under the BMBE law in the Philippines, Barangay Micro Business Enterprise, the guideline is also to consider what is just and equitable for your employees, which might offer some flexibility but still implies fairness. Beyond the legal minimum, the guide presents several strategies entrepreneurs use. Some aim to match the standard salaries paid by similar businesses in the industry. Others deliberately pay slightly higher, maybe 10% more, believing this directly boosts productivity, loyalty, and reduces turnover. Another approach is to start new recruits at a slightly lower rate that can be adjusted upward after a probationary period, based on proven performance. The key is finding that balance between legal compliance, being competitive enough to attract and retain good people, and maintaining your overall profitability.
And finally, a very practical but often really tricky question for small businesses. What about hiring friends or relatives? It seems like it could simplify things sometimes, or maybe complicate them enormously.
It absolutely can do both. The crucial reminder the guide offers here is to be absolutely crystal clear from the very beginning about requiring professionalism in the workplace. While hiring people close to you might seem convenient and maybe builds on existing trust, it's absolutely vital that those personal relationships don't compromise professional standards, accountability, or the efficient operation of the business. Clear boundaries, clear expectations, and consistent application of rules are a must-right from day one, regardless of who the employee is.
That is very wise, potentially relationship-saving advice. Okay.
Woke up tracing lines on the window pane. Thought the world outside was just a driving rain. Felt like flotsam on an endless churning tide. Just a passenger, nowhere left to hide. Blame the stars, the forecast, and the twist of fate. Waited for a sign that always came too late. Every shadow seemed to stretch beyond my control. A whisper telling me I'd never reach my goal. Then a quiet hum started deep inside, a knowing rhythm where my doubt into the thoughts I send. A tiny spark, a fundamental shift inherent.